Okay, so it's been some days and everything's cooled off. So the New York Times decided to endorse Warren and Klobuchar. Okay, and while the elitists out there will chime in and say, who cares about that? Or nobody cares about that. That's important. It's important that they endorse them. The reason why it's important is because there are a lot of people that read the New York Times. There's a lot of people that still trust the New York Times. And those people definitely will read this, see that they endorse them, why they endorse them, and then proceed to go on to themselves endorse them. That's how you spread votes. You know, you keep the old guard going with that way. And usually it's, well, our old guard that's reading the New York Times. It's not, you know, it could be even, 20,000 people that read the New York Times. And out of that 20,000, 10,000 most likely will care about that headline. And out of that, there's a chance 5,000 of that will be like, well, yeah, it makes sense. You know, if they're going to endorse them, then we definitely need to get behind that. And there's a damn sure thing that 2,500 of them are going to say, yeah, we're going with those. The most important thing to know is the reason that they're endorsing them is because the New York Times got to endorse someone. They understand they have an audience. They understand that their audience is going to listen to them. They understand that their audience is going to do what they want them to do. Social media people, the giants, the elites, they've got followings of 200 some thousand. They might have 20,000, 30,000. They might even have just 2,000. And when they endorse someone, their audience says, good, now you've endorsed someone, we can now check on that person. It's almost a responsibility to say, look, on this channel, I'm endorsing this or that person. That's it. It's almost, and the reason I say that is because your audience, they come to you for certain things. If they come to you for skateboard stuff, endorse what skateboards are the best that you like. If you talk about makeup, what's the best makeup you can wear? If you talk about cats, what's the best type of cat? You know, lap cat, random house cat, certain type of fur, certain species of cat, you know. Maine Coon seems to be Sidra's favorite. Never had one, never held one, but she wants one so bad. I just see an issue. And she's looking at me right now, so I'm just kind of messing with her.
I ain't never had any kind of cat. So I can just choose one.
You've been scratched though.
I got scratched one time, many years ago. That didn't turn me off to all cats.
This shit, the cats are evil. They scratch people.
People scratch people.
Have I ever scratched you?
Yes.
When?
You have.
What type of religious shit is
I
that?
don't have the date and time, man.
This is what I got to go through, y'all.
Oh, hush.
So this whole thing with New York Times, their endorsement, they're not going to endorse Trump. You know why? Because Trump has already called New York Times and every other piece of media the enemy. He has practically put almost bounties on their heads. You know, like the one that's on his head now. $50 million for Trump's head. I think that's what the bounty is. Think of how bad you got to be. Not even Obama had a bounty on his head, and he's hated just because of the color of his skin. Not how much of a liar he is. Trump's got. That's a bad dude, man. Oh man. So what's the end game? What's the true end game? Why would they endorse Warren and Klobuchar? Because Warren has proven that she's going to flip-flop on things. Oh yeah, Medicare for all. We need that. We need that socialist program. We need it. You know, everyone needs to be taken care of. Okay, maybe not. Maybe, a public option with some other things, People just aren't ready for that. You know what? But hey, in 3 years, then I might push for it. Maybe she ought to just take a break and pause and, daringly drink a beer with her husband. Who knows? So, Klobuchar is just straight up Hillary Clinton with no pizzazz. There you go. I ain't got to say much else. The New York Times, they need them because they're establishment. Establishment means that they are just part of the machine that wants the big donors. They keep the old guard right where it is, on top and in charge. End game, the actual end game, to make you forget about Bernie Sanders. If they endorse them as popular as the New York Times is, then people will talk about them only and not Bernie Sanders. It's the same thing that happened with Jill Stein, where we were asked about who we're going to, vote for.
On a phone survey.
Yeah, it was a phone survey, and we asked about Jill Stein. It's like, well, we're told not to mention her. They're doing the same thing with Bernie Sanders, as some polls have placed him out, and they just use the term others. They just don't want you to remember that Bernie Sanders exists, and if they eliminate the option of Bernie Sanders, they eliminate the option of you remembering him. Name recognition goes a long way. Bernie Sanders happens to be for a lot of progressive things. There are some things that he is not talking about that should be spoken of, and yet at the same time, he's doing a lot of the right things. He wants a lot of the right things. They don't want that. They don't want that for you. Bernie Sanders is in charge of wanting to have renewable energy and such. His timetable sucks. I would force it onto everyone immediately. That's one reason why I couldn't be president, why I would not run for president, because I'm not someone that cares about the next 20 or 30 or 40 years. I'm concerned about 20 years ago. I wanted stuff 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Come on. So when it comes to what the New York Times is doing, that's their end game. It is. Republicans got no one to even worry about. Other Republicans are going to run against Trump, but they didn't. Why? Because they know they can't beat out Bernie. Elizabeth Warren hates Bernie now. Why? Because Bernie didn't fall in line with her lie, with the DNC's lie about what he said about her, so she's mad. You just called me a liar on stage. It's like, you know what? You are a liar. Straight up. Warren is a liar. What is she going to bring up that she says that she's all for? Then she's going to just ultimately say, I don't know about that anymore. And I'm not some kid that need keys dangled in front of them. I don't need someone that's going to be president to be exciting and charismatic. I don't need them to be all, put me on the edge of my seat, say things that make me so happy. I don't need that shit. All right? I'm better than that. I need someone that's committed to the policies that they say they want to initiate. Not someone that's going to say the policies that we would love to hear that they're not going to do once they get into office. Don't speak populist and then live big donor. When Bernie Sanders, when he gets in, because I'm hoping that others, I hope all of you out there will vote for him. When he gets in, hopefully all that renewable energy stuff he's talking about will come to fruition. And you think the old money wants any new tricks out there? Because they're going to lose a lot of money and a lot of revenue when and if oil is pushed out, and if coal is pushed out. When they can mine and give it to you, they can charge you as much as they feel like it. But when it's renewable, that's competition. You don't make money off of competition. But competition allows everyone else to be able to purchase things. And if you take out the competition, then literally you can dictate whatever you want. Bernie is the competition. Everyone else is the dictator. Make up your minds what you want. I know I'm voting for Bernie Sanders. I just hope that all of you can get there too.
I'm there.
Sidra's there. The Wicked Orchard is there. So with that said, I'm going to end it here. It's been, 10 minutes? Yep. So I'm ending it. Cedric Kennedy, Comparative Reasoning, and Sidra Owens in the background doing things that she do. Y'all gonna mess with you all day, all night. I'm just gonna bother you. We got some wrestling and Doctor Who and my wrestling to watch. Ain't even finished my show. Anyway, y'all, thank you for listening. Seriously, thank you. Bye-bye.